Chief Cameron Williamson joining us to talk about some of the behind the scenes that we don't get to actually hear about. When you're putting together a cover shoot, a lot goes into this. And actually, you're planning months in advance who your cover model is going to be.
Totally. So it's a very strategic process. It's very stressful. I have one person on staff who's our culture editor. Her name is Breenie Smith. She's amazing. She's always working the phones and the emails. Basically, for a cover, we start about 6 months in advance, and we start looking at all the projects that the various actresses, singers have coming up. We then look at their social stats, which is actually a really important thing, which, 5 years ago wasn't important, because you always want to get someone that is really engaged, has a strong following, because you want the likelihood that when the cover shoot comes out, they're going to put it onto their Instagram, their Twitter, they're going to get likes, then people know about Flair. So not just Canadians, but around the world.
That is so interesting, and that wasn't happening even 5 years ago. You weren't looking at people's numbers, their Twitter, their Instagram, their Facebook to see where they rank.
So not only are you looking if the fit is good for the magazine, the age, the look, but you want a timely project and you want someone that's popular.
Okay, so you find that person, and you email? Do you call?
So my culture editor will have sort of a list of every single publicist in the industry, and she basically reaches out with the official pitch, and you have to be really strategic about it, because sometimes they take 3 weeks to get back to you. Sometimes they'll get back to you right away. They're getting their emails, though, because I've been with publicists on set and they have their phones, often two.
Always.
Right in front of them.
Yeah.
But it's like this game, and it's like a little bit of a dance. You send them an email, and then they might respond with like one question, like, maybe. Like, are you interested in this cover? Maybe. Then you do your full pitch.
Okay. All right. So then let's say you nail somebody down.
Yep.
You had Zendaya. We just saw pictures of her.
Zendaya.
Let's talk about, the writer, what they sort of demand, to come in and make this happen.
So there is a lot of demands. And the thing that I think a lot of people are surprised to know is that the publicist kind of runs the show. Hard to believe when you think that we're a national magazine that the publicist asks who our photographer is, who's styling, who's doing hair and makeup. And in a perfect world, the publicist wants it to be the entire team that their celebrity works with.
Right.
The problem with that is that, they might have a team that is very red carpet focused, which is very different in terms of styling, even hair and makeup, than it is to do an editorial magazine shoot. So it's a little bit of a battle. In some cases, it's not a problem. I think the most surprising one was Selena Gomez, who is probably one of the biggest people we've had on the cover this year.
Yeah.
She's got 50 million followers just on Instagram. It's insane.
Wow.
She showed up. The publicist didn't ask who the photographer was going to be, was fine with our stylist and our hair and makeup. So
that's good. She was easy.
The easiest. Whereas some of them, so I'm not going to name names on this because I can't, but there's a recent person we just shot, and the publicist basically said that there were not allowed to be any paper plates or paper cups on set. None.
Because they're anti-paper.
Anti-paper, which is great, environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
She wanted only avocado toast to eat. So
I don't even know what that is.
So it's like, this is the third avocado toast request this year.
Okay, so it's a hot thing for the celebs.
So it's like toast with avocado and then usually some toasted pepitas or sunflower seeds on top.
Okay.
So they wanted that. And then she shows up, eats off a paper plate, and has a sandwich.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so dietary restrictions is a big one that comes up a lot. What happens if they try and back out?
Okay, so we had a situation this year where we were shooting Olivia Palermo, who's kind of a street style star, gorgeous girl, and the morning of the shoot, I was in New York, get a call from the publicist, and basically we're saying she's too sick to come.
Oh my gosh.
So at that point, we've already invested in the photography, the studio, the styling has happened for like 3 days to pull all the clothes. So to cancel that, we'd be in the hole like 20 grand. So it's stressful. We're not Vogue magazine. We have budgets that we work with. So luckily, she
she pulled through.
She pulled through, showed up, and you'd never know, the shots are amazing. But her mom showed up on set halfway through and brought her chicken soup.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was pretty cute. Yeah.
I love that. You ever seen any major meltdowns? You don't have to name names.
No, but we did have a very risky situation where we were shooting Eugenie Bouchard, of course, tennis superstar, for our summer issue. We were shooting in the Palm Springs desert, and while she was shooting, a rattlesnake came out and curled around her feet.
Oh my gosh.
And freaked out, of course.
Yeah.
Was fine. But then the other part of that, which was kind of stressful, was after the shoot, she'd be wearing all these kind of high heels and gladiator sandals, and you know, she's tall, and her feet were a little bit bigger than normal sample size that we had for the shoot. So she took her shoes off, and her feet and ankles were swollen, like to the point where she couldn't walk. And I'm just thinking,
oh my God,
this is a tennis star who has a tournament tomorrow, and she's not going to be able to play, and it's going to be the fault of Flair. But
was she okay about it?
Oh yeah, ice bath. She did everything, and she was good as gold.
I would have stabbed that rattlesnake with my stiletto.
I know.
That is so scary.
It's
like
scary. It's scary.
Oh my gosh. Okay, the payoff is when they get out there and they post this stuff on Instagram, Flair is known globally.
Yep, that's the payoff.
Which is the payoff. That is amazing. Keep going for it because you've had amazing covers.
Yes,
I
it's
love
been
that.
very good. Thank you.